They said the fire lasted only 7 minutes. 7 minutes that burned down a mansion, shattered a legend, and silenced the voice of the most powerful pianist the world had ever known. But if you ask Dr. Kamaria Jones, she'll tell you those 7 minutes did something worse. They broke Elias Crane. This is Elias Crane, billionaire composer, global icon, and the man the world hasn't heard a single word from since the night of the fire. Headlines flash across the screen. The fire at Crane Estate still under investigation. Why won't Elias Crane speak? World's youngest billionaire pianist. Silenced. Then a woman's voice cuts through everything. Soft, strong, steady. He wasn't just my patient. He was the man whose silence terrified the world. Her name? Dr. Kamaria Jones. A speech pathologist so good that elite hospitals use her name like a secret spell. And now she's walking through the massive iron gates of Crane Estate for the very first time. Escorted by guards with guns. Passing a house that looks more like a fortress than a home. She pauses when she sees the broken windows. The burn marks. The quiet. Something is wrong here. Very wrong. And she's right. Dr. Kamaria Jones enters the mansion, where the air feels heavy. Expensive but suffocating. A butler leads her through endless marble halls and gold-framed portraits until they stop in front of a set of soundproof doors. He's waiting inside. The butler whispers. Kamaria takes a breath. She pushes the door open. What she sees almost breaks her heart. The first meeting with Elias. Elias sits at the piano, staring at the keys like they're the enemy. He doesn't acknowledge her. Doesn't look up. Doesn't move. His hair is longer now, darker, wilder. His jaw is tense. His shoulders, small. Collapsed. A man who once performed in front of millions now looks afraid of his own hands. Kamaria steps closer. Mr. Crane. He flinches. He doesn't turn. Just reaches for a notebook beside him and slides it toward her. One sentence, written in sharp, angry strokes. Don't try to fix me. Kamaria raises an eyebrow. That's fine. He finally freezes, confused. I'm not here to fix you. Her voice stays calm. Firm. I'm here to help you speak again. His jaw tightens. He writes again. Leave. Kamaria steps forward, gently, confidently. No. Elias finally lifts his head. And for the first time, she sees the truth behind all the headlines and rumors. He's not silent because he's arrogant, or stubborn, or broken. He's silent because he's afraid, terrified, haunted, and his eyes, cold steel gray, soften just a fraction when they meet hers. She holds the gaze. Let's start when you're ready. She walks past him, takes a seat, and opens her case file as if he didn't just try to throw her out. It's the first time someone has refused to obey Elias Crane in years. He doesn't know why, but something inside him cracks. At first, Elias barely cooperates. Kamaria tries breath exercises. He refuses. She tries sound repetition. He folds his arms. She tries vocal vibration therapy. He closes his eyes and checks out. He writes something else. This won't work. Nothing works. Kamaria sets her tablet down and looks him dead in the eyes. Elias, I know you're scared. He freezes. No one talks to him like this. No one challenges him. No one sees him. She leans in. Your voice didn't disappear. Your fear buried it. His throat tightens. His hands shake. She hits something inside him. Something raw, something real. But he still doesn't speak. After their session ends, Kamaria leaves the music room and walks through the hallways toward the exit. That's when she notices it again. The shadow. A man in a dark coat standing near the gate. Watching the mansion. Watching her. She narrows her eyes. He turns and vanishes behind the trees. She makes a mental note. There is more to this job than helping Elias talk. Much more. The next morning, she finds Elias at the piano again. Not playing. Just touching the keys like he's trying to feel something he lost. Kamaria sits beside him. The fire, she says quietly. You remember what happened, don't you? His entire body stiffens. His breathing changes. His eyes darken with fear. He grips the edge of the piano. She waits. No pressure. No judgment, just presence. Slowly, he raises his hand and writes just one word. A shaky, fragile word. Nightmare. Kamaria places her hand gently on the piano surface, close to his. Not touching but near. You're safe, she says. And for a moment his eyes soften again. He opens his mouth. Nothing. His throat closes. His chest tightens. But this time he doesn't walk away. He tries again. Air escapes him. Painful. Weak. Barely a whisper. S. Kamaria leans in. It's okay. Try. His lips tremble. STA. The sound breaks. Crumbles. But it's sound. Actual sound. Elias Crane, silent for 3 months, has just spoken a broken syllable in her presence. He looks at her like he can't believe it. Kamaria smiles softly. We can work with that. Elias swallows hard and writes, You heard me. She nods. I did. His eyes glisten. Kamaria doesn't realize it yet, but she is the first person he has allowed near him since the night the world caught fire. Elias Crane wasn't supposed to get better. Not this fast. Not with anyone. So the moment Kamaria walks into the estate the next morning, she finds tension in the air, thick, nervous, almost hostile. The guards straighten. The butler avoids eye contact. Someone quickly whispers into an earpiece. Kamaria notices. She stores it away. But when she enters the music room, all of that disappears. Because Elias is already waiting for her. Not avoiding. Not hiding. Waiting. Sitting at the piano with a notebook in his hand like he replayed their last session all night. When he sees her, something shifts in his expression. Not joy. Not relief. Something deeper. Something like recognition. Kamaria sits beside him. Good morning, Elias. He doesn't write anything. Instead, he places his hand on his throat, takes a slow breath the way she taught him, and, gee, he stops instantly, wincing in pain. But Kamaria's eyes widen. Elias, you tried to speak. Before anything else, that's a victory. He exhales shakily. Then he writes, It hurts. Kamaria nods. Healing always hurts first. Their eyes lock, longer than necessary. And for the first time, Kamaria feels it. This man isn't just healing his voice. He is awakening something he thought he'd lost forever. Later, as Kamaria heads toward her car, she feels it again. The presence. The stare. She turns sharply. There, near the tree line, a figure in a dark coat, watching the house, watching Elias, watching her. Kamaria lowers her voice. Who are you? The figure shifts just slightly, then steps back into the woods and disappears. She takes out her phone, zooms in on the direction he went. Nothing, just emptiness. But the hairs on her arms rise. Someone doesn't want Elias recovering. Someone is monitoring the mansion. When Kamaria returns for her session, something unexpected happens. Elias is not at the piano. He's pacing, anxious, restless, agitated. He sees her and instantly stops. Kamaria studies him. Rough night. He hesitates, then writes something messier than usual. Nightmares. Couldn't sleep. She steps closer, gently. Was it the fire? He doesn't answer. He doesn't need to. The pain in his eyes tells the story. She touches the back of the chair near him. Not touching him, but close enough to ground him. You're safe here, Elias. His breathing slows. Just enough. She begins their vocal exercise. He follows her instructions. Breath, release, vibration. Then she says, let's try a simple sound today. An ah or an eh. Nothing complicated. Elias swallows. His fingers dig into the piano bench. Kamaria leans in just a bit. Look at me. Slowly he does. And she sees fear. And hope. And something like trust. She nods once. He inhales. Opens his mouth. And for the first time in months. Ah! The sound is tiny. Barely there. But it's real. Kamaria beams softly. Warmly. That's it. His chest shudders. She places her hand gently on the piano. He looks at her hand, then at her face. He tries again. Ah! is fragile, broken, but it's a voice. His voice. And the second the sound escapes, his eyes fill with tears. He tries to blink away. Kamaria's smile softens. "You're doing beautifully," he breathes shakily, then writes with trembling hands. "You make it feel possible." Kamaria's heart tugs. Painfully, sweetly, she clears her throat. "Elias, we're just getting started." But inside she feels the warning. This is no longer just therapy. Something deeper is forming. After the session, Kamaria heads to the library where she left her coat. The hallways are too quiet, too still. She hears whispering ahead. She stops. 2 estate staff members, talking fast. She presses her back against the wall and listens. If he starts talking again, it'll ruin everything. "You know what the boss said?" Kamaria's breath catches. "Boss? Ruin everything?" She edges closer. A guard steps into view. She jerks back just in time. By the time she dares look again, they're gone. But their words, stuck in her mind. Someone inside this mansion doesn't want Elias recovering. Someone is scared of what he'll say. And that means, whatever happened the night of the fire, Elias didn't just survive it. He wasn't supposed to. The next session is softer, gentler. Elias is calmer today. Still pale but calmer. Kamaria sits in front of him. "We'll try something new today," she says. He nods. Ready. She leans her elbows on her knees. "Elias, try saying your own name." His eyes widen instantly. "No pressure," she adds quickly. "Just a breath, a sound. Even the first letter is enough." He swallows hard. "This is personal." Raw. He closes his eyes. Inhales. Opens his mouth. E. A broken sound. Painful. Small. But he tries again. L. Kamaria leans closer, almost whispering. "You're doing great." He shudders. Tears gather. For the first time he reaches out, not intentionally but instinctively. His hand brushes her sleeve. Barely. She freezes. He freezes. He pulls back instantly, embarrassed. But Kamaria places her hand gently on the piano between them. Closer this time. A silent reassurance. "Whenever you're ready, try again." He nods slowly, eyes locked on hers. He tries again. This time the sound is almost there. Almost a whisper of his name. And then, he stops. Not because of fear. Because his eyes flick suddenly to the hallway behind her. Kamaria turns. The shadow stands in the doorway. The same man from the gate. Watching them. Watching Elias. Watching her. But this time, he's inside the house. And when Elias sees him, the color drains from his face. Kamaria steps between them, her voice sharp. "Who are you?" The man smirks, turns, and disappears down the hall like he owns the place. Kamaria spins back to Elias. His hands are shaking violently. He writes one word. One terrifying word. Danger. Elias isn't just afraid. He is terrified. His whole body trembles as he holds the notebook out to Kamaria again. The word danger written so shakily it almost looks like a child wrote it. Kamaria crouches in front of him. "Elias? Who was that man?" He doesn't write right away. His breath is shallow, ragged. Then slowly he scribbles, "Not safe." Then underneath it, "Fire." Kamaria's heart slams in her chest. "The night of the fire?" she whispers. Elias shuts his eyes. And the answer is yes. Kamaria moves closer, voice low and steady. "Show me." Elias hesitates, then rises shakily to his feet and leads her to the far end of the music room. A door she never noticed before. He opens it. Inside is a smaller room. Charred remains, blackened walls, melted gold leaf. The fire started here. Kamaria covers her mouth. "Elias, you kept this room?" He nods. She steps inside. Every detail is haunting. Soot on the ceiling, collapsed shelves, a warped metal frame that used to hold sheet music. Elias picks up a burnt piece of paper and hands it to her. Only 2 words survive the fire. "Don't speak." Kamaria feels the air leave her lungs. "Elias, someone threatened you?" His jaw clenches. His hands shake. He writes on his notebook, "They wanted my software." She blinks. "Software?" He nods again. Faster this time, panic rising. Kamaria frowns, confused. "You're a pianist." He cuts her off, writing furiously, "I built a voice recognition AI. Worth billions. Too powerful." Kamaria freezes. Oh God, this wasn't a random fire. This wasn't trauma. This wasn't an accident. Someone tried to silence Elias Crane before he could expose what they did. Kamaria steps back into the hallway, heart pounding. Everything clicks. The shadow outside. The whispers from the staff. The man who appeared inside the house today. The way the guards tensed around her. Someone has access to the estate. Someone who knows Elias is recovering. Someone who benefits if he never speaks again. She turns to Elias. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" Elias writes, "Didn't know who to trust." Then underneath it, "Still don't." Kamaria's chest tightens. He trusted no one. Not the police. Not his board. Not his staff. But he let her in. Slowly, she places her hand over his, lightly, giving him the chance to pull away. He doesn't. He looks at their hands like he's never been touched gently before. Kamaria speaks softly. "You can trust me." Elias draws in a sharp breath. His eyes warm, soften, ache, and for the first time, feels like more than therapy. The next morning, Kamaria arrives early. Too early. And she walks straight into Elias's study, only to find him asleep on the couch, exhaustion written all over his face. He jerks awake when he hears her. Their eyes meet, and something intimate hangs between them. Kamaria clears her throat quickly. Sorry. You weren't answering your phone and I got worried." He sits up straighter and grabs the notebook. "Didn't sleep." She already knew that. "You want to try breathing exercises before we start?" she asks gently. He hesitates, then nods. So they sit on the floor, facing each other, knees almost touching. Kamaria teaches him slow, deep breaths, grounding breaths. Their breathing sinks. In. Their eyes lock again. And for a moment it feels like the world narrows to just the two of them. No mystery. No danger. Just them. At the end of the session, Kamaria asks him, "Let's try something new today, Elias. Try saying anything. A name. A word. A feeling." He stares at her. Then at her lips. Then at her eyes again. And Kamaria realizes. He wants to say her name. He inhales. Opens his mouth. And, "Ku." Her heart jumps. He tries again. "Ka." His voice cracks. His throat tightens painfully. Kamaria leans in, whispering, "It's okay. I'm right here." He tries again, voice trembling. "Ka ma." She gasps. He almost said it. He almost said Kamaria. His eyes burn with frustration and longing and fear. She gently touches his arm. "You don't have to force it." Elias swallows, clears his throat, then writes, "I wanted to say your name." Kamaria freezes. Heat rushes through her chest. Her breath catches. "Why?" she asks softly. He hesitates. Then he writes, "Because you're the only one who listens." Her heart breaks, and mends, and aches, all at once. On her way out, Kamaria decides to walk the long path behind the estate, the part that leads to the woods. Maybe she wants fresh air. Maybe she wants answers. But she gets something else. Footsteps. Behind her. She spins around. Nothing. She keeps walking. Then, a branch snaps. She turns sharply. The man from the doorway. The one from the gate. The one from the night before. He steps out from behind a tree. Kamaria goes cold. "What do you want?" she demands. He smirks. "Dr. Jones, you're getting too close." Her heart slams against her ribs. He steps closer. Some truths were never meant to be spoken. She steps back. "Are you threatening me?" "Not at all," he says with a fake smile. "Just offering advice. Stay away from Elias Crane." Kamaria narrows her eyes. "What if I don't?" He leans in, voice low and deadly. "Then you'll burn just like he did." Kamaria rushes back to the mansion, adrenaline shaking her bones. She bursts into the music room. Elias! Someone threatened me. He shoots up from the piano, eyes wide, chest tight, hands shaking. She explains everything, the shadow man, the warning, the threat. He grabs the notebook and writes so violently the pen almost rips through the paper. That's him. Kamaria swallows. The man from the fire? Elias nods, trembling all over. He writes again. He tried to kill me. Then, he works for my company. Then, he wants the AI. Kamaria's blood goes cold. Everything is connected. The fire, the silence, the stalking, the threats, the fear. Someone in Elias's own empire is trying to destroy him. And now, they're coming for her too. Elias looks at her. Terrified, desperate, begging without words. He writes one final sentence. Stay with me. Kamaria's breath catches. This isn't a billionaire asking for help. This is a man, scared of losing the only person he trusts. Elias doesn't let go of Kamaria's hand. Not immediately. Not until his fingers slowly unclench like he's forcing himself to release the only thing anchoring him. Kamaria can feel his fear shadowing the room like smoke. Elias! If someone inside your company wants the AI, then you're not safe here. He writes quickly. I know. She swallows hard. What about your security team? He hesitates. Then writes. Don't trust them either. A chill ripples through her. Nearly the entire mansion staff. Dozens of guards. Layers of systems, protocols, barriers. And all of it. Useless? She steadies her voice. Then we need a plan. You can't stay hidden forever. Elias meets her eyes. Fear. Hope. Something softer. He writes, I'm tired of being afraid. Kamaria nods slowly. Then let's stop being afraid. For a moment, neither of them moves. The tension between them hums. Alive, electric, so delicate it could shatter with one breath. Then Elias stands. He writes, I need to show you something. He leads her deeper into the mansion. Down a long hallway she's never seen him walk through. He stops at a locked glass door. Kamaria frowns. What's this? Elias unlocks it with a fingerprint scanner. Inside, a lab. Screens. Hard drives. Blueprints. Papers scattered everywhere like a mined midstorm. And in the center, a sleek metal case with a biometric lock. Kamaria steps forward carefully. Is that the AI? He nods once. Kamaria inhales slowly. So this is what they tried to kill you for. He writes, it can identify voices, even if someone tries to disguise them. Then another line. It can prove anything. Kamaria connects it instantly. You heard something. The night of the fire. Elias' eyes flicker. Fear and memory swirling together. He nods. Kamaria's heartbeat races. What did you hear? His hands shake as he writes. A voice I trusted. Her breath stutters. Someone close. Someone inside. Someone he never suspected. He continues writing. They found out I recorded everything. They came back to destroy the evidence. I couldn't speak to warn anyone. Kamaria feels her stomach drop. Elias. That voice could still be inside your life. He nods again, then writes something that makes Kamaria's entire body tense. I want you to run if things go wrong. She steps closer. No, I'm not leaving you. His jaw tightens. His breathing shifts. Then, for the first time ever, Elias cups her face. Gently, desperately, like he needs her to understand something words can't hold. Kamaria leans into his touch without fear. You don't get to push me away, she whispers. Not now. His throat works. His eyes burn. Her voice softens. If you run, I run with you. If you stay, I stay with you. And something in Elias breaks gently, beautifully, right in front of her. She pulls back slightly. Elias, try something for me. He freezes. Kamaria steps even closer, her voice a whisper against the quiet hum of the lab. Say my name. His pupils widen. His breath falters. He shakes his head slowly, unsure. terrified. You can, she whispers. You almost did yesterday. You can today. Elias closes his eyes. And then, he tries. One breath. One sound. Ka! Kamaria's heart jolts. Again. He swallows hard. Ka-ma. Her lips part. She nods encouragingly. You're so close. Elias? Look at me. He opens his eyes. And in the rawest, most vulnerable voice she has ever heard, he pushes out a full word. Kamaria, she gasps. He did it. He said it. Not perfectly, not smoothly, but beautifully, humanly, honestly. Tears gather in her eyes. Elias, you spoke. He exhales shakily, chest rising and falling like he just climbed a mountain. Kamaria touches his cheek, gently, reverently. I'm so proud of you. And Elias Crane, billionaire, survivor, silent man haunted by fire, leans his forehead against hers. The moment is intimate, electric, healing. But the world outside their closeness is not healing. It is watching. A faint clicking sound echoes through the lab. Kamaria stiffens. What was that? Elias freezes. Then he grabs her wrist and pulls her behind the metal case, pressing a finger to his lips. Another small mechanical click. This time from above. Kamaria looks up. A vent. Small. Hidden. But definitely not part of the original construction. Elias slowly scribbles. They planted cameras. Kamaria's stomach flips. How long have they been watching? He writes. Maybe weeks. Her blood runs cold. Elias. That means they know I'm here. They know I know. He nods slowly. They know you're recovering. Another nod. They know you spoke my name. His eyes harden. He writes. We need to move. Now. They slip out of the lab quietly. Elias checks the hallway empty. But Kamaria senses something off. The mansion is too quiet. No footsteps. No staff. No guards. Like someone cleared everyone out. Or removed them. Elias leads her toward the back staircase. But halfway down, she hears it. A soft, deliberate creak. Someone's standing at the bottom. She grabs Elias' arm. He stops. Listens. Another creak. Another. Slow. Heavy. Threatening. Kamaria whispers. What do we do? Elias writes quickly. Alternate exit. He pulls her toward the side hall. But the lights suddenly shut off. The entire mansion plunges into darkness. Kamaria's breath catches. Elias! A voice drifts from below. You should have stayed away, Dr. Jones. Her blood turns to ice. It's him. The man from the woods. The one who threatened her life. The shadow in Elias' nightmares. He's inside the house. Closer than ever. Elias pulls Kamaria against his chest, shielding her. His breath shakes against her hair. Kamaria whispers into the darkness. We're getting out. Together. Elias nods in the dark. Then he does something she never expected. He pulls her hand to his lips and kisses it. Soft, fearful, hopeful. A promise and a prayer in one trembling gesture. Kamaria's heart stutters. She didn't imagine the connection. She didn't misread him. He feels it too. He feels everything. And then, a flashlight beam sweeps the stairs. The man's voice booms. You can't hide forever, Elias. With the danger now inside the mansion, and with Elias and Kamaria pressed together in the dark, their lives and hearts hanging between survival and something deeper, the flashlight beam slices through the blackness of the mansion. The shadow man moves carefully, stalking toward them. Elias tightens his grip on Kamaria, his chest pressed against hers. Stay behind me, he whispers, voice rough but steady. Kamaria nods, heart hammering. But her hand remains in his, holding on as if letting go would mean losing everything. The man steps closer. His face is partially hidden by shadows, but the menace in his eyes is unmistakable. You shouldn't have gotten involved, he hisses. Elias glances down at Kamaria, then back at the intruder. His hands shake slightly, but there is a steel in his gaze now. He scribbles on the notebook. You will not hurt her. The intruder laughs low and cruel. She's collateral, just like last time. Kamaria feels her stomach drop. Last time, she whispers. Elias takes a deep, trembling breath. His eyes harden. Then let's finish this, he writes before standing upright, holding the notebook in one hand and motioning for Kamaria to follow him. The shadow man steps forward into the light. Kamaria's eyes widen. It's one of Elias' closest board members. Someone she had seen smiling, polite, trusted. Trevor. Elias breathes. The man smirks. Surprised? You trusted the wrong people, Elias. Kamaria feels a shock of betrayal, but Elias grabs her hand. Stay calm, he whispers. Trevor steps forward with a small device in his hand. Give me the AI, or you and your little friend here don't leave this mansion alive. Elias feels a surge of anger, but this time, fear is laced with purpose. He steps in front of Kamaria. Not happening, he says aloud, his voice stronger, fuller than it's been in years. Trevor falters for a fraction of a second. Elias continues. I've lost too much to let anyone take her from me, and I will fight. You hear me? Will. Fight. His voice echoes through the mansion. It is raw, commanding, and unbroken. Kamaria's chest rises in relief. This is the Elias she always knew was there. Strong, fearless, brilliant. Trevor lunges for the device. Elias moves fast, not just with strength but with cunning. He grabs Trevor's wrist midair, twists it, forcing the device to drop. Kamaria screams as Trevor stumbles, and then she finds herself pulling a fire extinguisher from the wall. The room erupts into chaos. Metal clatters, footsteps pound, lights flicker. Elias grabs Trevor, holds him at arm's length, and finally shouts, "Leave, now, or I swear you'll regret it." Trevor hesitates. The confidence is gone. He looks from Elias' determined eyes to Kamaria's unflinching stance. He finally flees, sprinting down the hallway into the night. Elias exhales, his chest heaving, and lets Kamaria collapse into him. "Are you okay?" he whispers. She nods, tears streaming. "Thanks to you." The mansion is quiet again. Elias and Kamaria sit on the floor of the lab, still holding each other. She touches his face gently. "You spoke. Really spoke." He smiles softly, a mixture of exhaustion and relief. "Because you were here. You made me brave." Kamaria laughs softly. "Brave enough to nearly get yourself killed?" He kisses her forehead, careful, reverent. "Brave enough to never hide from you again." Her heart tightens. "Elias, I've been falling for you. Even before you spoke. Even before you trusted me completely. I love you." Elias swallows, his eyes glistening. "I love you too, Kamaria. More than I've ever loved anything in my life." He takes her hand, intertwining their fingers. "I want to live fully with you. No secrets, no fear. Just us." Tears run down Kamaria's face. "Forever. Forever." He whispers, voice strong, finally free. In the weeks that follow, Elias recovers fully. Kamaria stays by his side, teaching him how to regain confidence in his voice and in the world. The AI is secured, and Trevor is arrested for conspiracy and attempted corporate sabotage. The media catches wind of the story. Billionaire saves AI, finds love, headlines flood social platforms. But Elias and Kamaria care little about fame. They care about the quiet moments. Morning coffee in the sunlit kitchen. Practicing breathing exercises together. Laughter echoing through the music room. Elias finally singing softly to Kamaria as she sketches. Her favorite soundtrack in the world. One evening, under the same flickering streetlight where Elias first trusted Kamaria, he turns to her. "Kama," he whispers, his voice full, rich, steady. "Yes," she says, heart racing. He drops to one knee. "I was silent for too long, afraid, but never of you. Kamaria, will you marry me? Will you let me spend every day proving that love is worth fighting for?" Kamaria's breath catches. "Yes, yes, Elias." He slips the ring on her finger, and they embrace, laughter and tears mingling in the cold night air. The street around them is quiet, but their hearts roar. Two people, two legacies, one love. And this time, nothing can take it away. Months later, Elias hosts a charity gala for his AI and philanthropic projects, with Kamaria by his side. Kamaria debuts an art exhibition inspired by their journey, each painting a story of trust, courage, and love. They move into a home filled with sunlight, music, laughter, and warmth. And every night, Elias whispers her name before they sleep. Kamaria, my forever. The mansion that once held fear now echoes with music, laughter, and love. The billionaire who lost his voice found it in the woman who believed in him, and she found her safe haven in him. Together they are unstoppable. Together they are home.